Außerdem gibt's hier nicht... Irgendwann war hier mal ein geheimer Monokuma, den habe ich wahrscheinlich schon gekriegt. Okay. Hey Ibuki, can I ask you something? Bring it on! Have you played Twilight Syndrome Murder Case? Well, that's a computer game, right? I'm basically awful at those things. Ibuki's a tough girl, so I don't touch anything powered by electricity except electric guitars. What? How is that even... Anyway, I'm pretty sure that's a lie, but now's not the time to really dwell on something like that. For a unique tone and hyper energy, there was a character like that in the game too. Let me ask you one more thing. What's the relationship between you and Mahiru? You mean that in a perverted way? No, in a normal way. Well, even if you ask me, that Ibuki's encounter with Mahiru was... When I asked Mahiru this morning to go to the beach with us, she made this real disappointing face. A disappointing face?
I see.
Yeah, but disappointment varies depending on the person. Ibuki associates with department store rooftops. What? Nani? Hi. Let's stay focused on Mahiru.
That's totally it!
It turns out Mahiru had some business too, and she wanted to invite me to that instead. Okay. Also Ibuki wollte Mahiru mit zum Strand einladen, weil die ganzen Mädels dahin wollten, aber Mahiru hatte selber schon was vor und wollte nämlich Ibuki zu sich einladen. Oh, nicht nur Ibuki. She said something like, I was thinking about meeting with everyone, but if you already have plans... Do you know what she meant by everyone? No, didn't ask. I see. Mahiru invited Ibuki. Why? Nein, ich will nicht das dumme Fenster untersuchen. Sondern Mikan. Mikan-chan. Hey, do you have a minute? There's something I wanted to ask you. Have you played Twilight Syndrome Murder Case, Mikan? No, since we said we weren't going to play that game also, I'm not really good at video games. I'm pretty slow and I panic instantly. Her timid tone, I'm pretty sure the girl A character was like that too.
Hey.
Anyway, can you tell me about your relationship with Mahiru? Relationship with Mahiru?
Well...
I first met her when we first gathered at the classroom with everyone else. And after arriving at the island, I did have a few conversations with her, but... Could it be? Did Mahiru hate me? Yeah, that's definitely it. She hated me. Oh man, she doesn't know anything now. It's more like she doesn't remember anything. But even though she hated me for her actually inviting me, she must have been a really kind person. Invite? Mahiru invited me this morning. This morning? She looked very serious and she was wondering if we could all meet up so she could discuss something. But I already had plans to go to the beach, so I had to decline because I needed to prepare for that. And when I did, she made this lonely face and said that she'll reschedule for another day. Except that day never came. If only I went with her, this wouldn't have happened. Mahiru invited Mikan, huh? Why?
I see.
Looks like we've obtained some pretty valuable testimonies based on that. It seems like Mahiru also beat that game. Why do you know that?
You don't know?
If she hadn't, she wouldn't have chosen these people to talk to. Das Schlimme ist ja, so unsympathisch Nagito uns erstmal erscheinen mag, er scheint nicht gerade blöd zu sein und ist deswegen leider sehr hilfreich. Because she beat the game, she talked to the people who appeared in that game. Just like what we're doing right now.
But still...
But in her case, it was much more serious, probably. Das probably war wahrscheinlich wieder ein Tomo im Japanischen. I mean, she was forced to learn that she was involved in that game. That's true. But I'm surprised, I never thought Mahiru would play that game. It's true, that was unexpected. Nagito, didn't you tempt her into playing that game?
Huh?
What? I remember. Anyway, what happened to Mahiru? Did she leave saying she had some business to take care of? Huh? Why do you know that? Ah, stimmt, das hat er gesagt. Wait, you tempted her, right? Just like you did to me.
How mean.
Tempt? That's a rude thing to say.
No, that's wrong.
Disrespectful toward Mahiru.
Isn't that right?
There's no way her feelings would change just because a useless guy like me tempted her. At that time, she was already considering giving that game a try. All I did was give her a little push.
It's obvious.
That's all it was. What the heck?
Well...
But more importantly, isn't it better if we listen to what she has to say? She's being quiet as ever. I'm counting on you, Hiyoko.
Hey,
If my hero spoke to everyone who appeared in the game, she would have talked to you too, right? Or should have. Die Schnute. Well, Hiyoko. She never talked to me at all.
That's weird.
Man, what a surprise. I didn't expect you to ask me such an easy question. Bye-bye. I'm just gonna back to my cottage now. Oh nein, echt, ich mach das tatsächlich. Hey, Hiyoko. Ignoring my voice, Hiyoko ran away as though she were avoiding me. Looks like it's okay to say she ran away. Yeah, she's clearly suspicious. That's pretty much decided. Wollte ich auch gerade sagen, also wenn man... Ja, wenn man sich so verhält, ist das doch etwas verdächtig. Decided?
Now then.
Regardless, it looks like we're finished here, so why don't we part ways for now? There's still something I need to investigate.
Bye now.
I'll see you again later. Hey, what the heck is his problem? Even his accent was pushy. Shall we go back to the scene of the crime one more time and investigate? It's very important to investigate the scene of the crime, but let's go over to my hero's cottage first. My hero's cottage? If she beat that game, it's best if we investigate there, I think.
See?
She might have that. Oh, the ending prize. If that's the case, I'll go with you. You're okay with that, right? Oh, that's your cue to say yes. Was, und ihr steht hier einfach weiter rum? Sagt ihr noch irgendwas? Okay, nichts Neues. Ja, dann. Stay there and wallow in misery like you do all day long. Hat ja keiner von der Wäsche gesprochen. Da. Außer du jetzt. Wo ist denn ihre... War nicht recht leicht zu erkennen, weil die so rote Haare hat. Ah, da. The door looks unlocked. Moving after you told me to do third rate, so I made sure to be one step ahead. However, removing what's inside is a huge no-no. There are others who want to investigate too. I guess I should go inside. Oh, jede Menge Fotos. Compared to my room, the cottage had a somewhat pleasant smell wafting throughout the room. That proves my hero was here, but she's not coming back. Ich sehe den versteckten Monokuma. Then I should try looking for a naughty book. Why?
Yep.
No, I was only kidding. Are you that kind of person? Jeez, well, at least I don't feel nervous anymore. Wait, could that be the reason she said that?
See?
But it looks like we don't need to search for it. Check out that thing on top of the bed. Top of the bed? Oh, tatsächlich. Moment.
No.
Was ist denn hier? These photos, my hero must have taken them. She probably developed them at the supermarket. Even in this situation, there's a lot of photos of smiling people. Is that because of her personality? Okay, sie macht nur Fotos von lächelnden Leuten, oder? There's an envelope on top of the bed. Da macht sie wahrscheinlich nie Fotos von Mika. Could it be? This might be it? The ending prize Monokuma gave to the first person to beat that game? What's inside the envelope? Let's find out. I turned over the envelope and what came falling out was 10,000 spiders. Oh, that would be horrible. Few photos. This photo. This is a photo of Mikan, Ibuki, and Hiyoko in what appears to be some sort of entrance hall. Ach, die hat doch, ich glaube, an einem der Tage hat die in dem Twilight Syndrome Murder Case Spiel ein Foto gemacht. War das nicht am 2. oder am 4.? Der Rückseite von dem Foto. Ich hoffe nicht. It's just like that game.
Yep.
Ja, okay, im ersten Tag. There was a similar scenario during the first day in Twilight's True Edition. Girl B was in a bad mood because Girl A was late. Okay. And Girl D tried to cheer her up by taking her picture. Also A, Mikan, B, Hiyoko, C, Ibuki und D, my hero, würde ich jetzt mal sagen. Is this the photo she took? Look at this photo too. Ah, die Vase. A broken vase, vase, whatever. Is that the same photo Girl D showed Girl A on the third day? As I recall, a broken vase was in the classroom next to the music room. Shit's complicated, man.
But still.
But this photo is more shocking. As Chiaki showed the photo to me, I was stunned into silence. Oh. Huh. Hey, Simon, die sieht aus wie KD. Als du da bist. This is an actual photo of a dead body. Aha, okay, das ist dann wahrscheinlich die Leiche, die sie gefunden haben am ersten Tag. Since there's a piano behind the body, it looks like it's in the music room. If that's the case, would this be the photo of the first victim? You mean it's the victim of the murder that occurred on the first day?
Oh.
Yeah, the one they blamed on a pervert. Okay, und Girl E ist ja die, die am Schluss umgebracht wurde. Das ist also dann keine von den Leuten, die jetzt auf der Insel sind. And one more. This is the last photo. Oh. This is probably the photo of Girl E after she got killed on the 4th day. I mean, it really matches her body in the game.
See?
Yeah, there's no mistake. This is a photo of Girl E. With that, we've finished looking at all the photos. So based on all these photos,
Yep.
yeah, it seems pretty clear. This is the ending prize. This is the ending prize for beating Twilight, and what's depicted in these photos proves that Twilight Syndrome murder case is based on an actual murder. Does that mean that stuff about our memories being stolen?
Huh?
Huh? What's this? There's something else?
See?
There's a note inside the envelope. Try playing Twilight Syndrome. After you get a game over, press down 5 times for the real game. Once you do, you should remember what you all did to my sister. We'll talk then. Oh, this note.
Wait.
Maybe the first
Time
person
out.
to beat the game and receive the ending prize wasn't my hero. Someone else sent this to my hero. And that person is the one who actually received the ending prize. My hero wasn't just lured there by Nagito. She also received this envelope.
Yep.
And that's why she played that game, right? And that person who played this game first. This envelope looks very familiar. And the word sister written in this note. Based on these clues, I can't think of anyone other than him.
Hey, hey.
Yep, I'm glad we came here to investigate. Because we did that, we discovered a very important clue. Yeah, I agree. But there's still one thing left. We have to find out who actually killed my hero, but there's not much time left. I need to hurry. Was denn jetzt? Hajime and Chiaki, what a coincidence. Yeah, what a coincidence, my ass. If something happens twice, third time's the charm, so they say. What coincidence? Are you a stalker or something?
Now.
Don't say that. I was just thinking about filling you in on the results of my investigation. Results? Did you find something?
Bow to me.
I'll let you know if you drop to your knees and lick my shoe. What the f... Und guckt euch mal sein Gesichtsausdruck auf einmal an. Huh? Just kidding. I was joking. Didn't sound like a joke to me.
Actually,
Well, it's about the footprints. The killer left the footprints in front of the beach house, right? Did you find out whose footprints those are? If you want to know, I highly recommend you come to the beach house with me. With you. Of course you'll come with me, right? I don't trust him as far as I can throw him, but if I can get a clue... What are you going to do, Chiaki? I'm going to try to talk to Fuyuhiko and see if he can tell me anything. So I'll leave this to you.
yep.
Yeah, that's definitely a good idea. If someone like me tried to talk to him, it'd be impossible, but it might be different with a girl. Just be careful that he doesn't get rough with you.
Yep.
Guess this is where we part. I'll see you later, Hajime.
What?
Huh? Did you actually want her to stay? Actually, what do you mean?
Bye now.
Let's go. I'll go on ahead to the beach house and wait there. Oh man. Und Christian, hast du schon den ganzen Fall gelöst? So wie beim ersten Teil immer? Oh Gott. Okay, Brücke für die nächste Insel. Die sind aber auch um einiges komplizierter halt im zweiten Teil jetzt. Vor allem so ein Fall, an den ich gerade denken muss. Oh Mann. Oh, vielleicht hätte ich Gundam mal ansprechen sollen. Ich nochmal zurück. Ich will mal eben wissen, was er zu sagen hat. Bestimmt nichts Wichtiges, aber jetzt lässt es mir keine Ruhe.
So I was right.
Bloß nicht zu spät. Huh?
What
I
happened?
already
Sinner?
assumed you would come here.
Fine.
There is nothing you can hide from me, the Supreme Overlord, who wields the four dark devils of destruction. Thus, I know everything. For instance, I happen to know your fiends.
I can see it!
We're preoccupied with your infantile beach play.
Nature.
It matters not for what I love is silence and solitude. Aber ich glaube, der wollte eigentlich mit eingeladen werden und war sich zu stolz, das zu sagen. That's right. That's it. That's precisely it. I see. So he wanted to be invited too. Genau. Du sagst es, Christian. Ach ja, die Tür ist ja... Da ist ja die Leiche dran. What a coincidence.
Now then.
Let's try going inside. Ach, ich finde Nagito toll, der ist so richtig schön. Nagito halt. Nagito.
Whoa!
Why the hell are you here, man?
Hello there.
Why, hello there, Kazuichi. Thanks for going easy on me earlier. Thanks to you, I was able to walk away with just mild bruising. You clearly think like an ultimate.
What the heck?
This bastard.
You two have arrived at a good time.
Big news!
Big news, I have discovered something very terrible. A terrible discovery? You probably shouldn't say that with a smile on your face. Not only that, I believe it's nothing like Sonya's, but there's something I noticed too. You too, Mikan?
Yeah, this is great. It looks like the investigation is reaching its boiling point.
Okay, fangen wir mal mit Sonja an.
Big news!
I have big news. Huge, huge news. What's the big news?
See?
Remember that sandwich Esperito mask that was next to my hero's body? Oh, the mask the killer used to hide their face.
Listen!
No, that is not correct. That mask was not just used to hide their face. Then what was it for?
Well?
Sparkling Justice. Huh? Sparkling Justice is a serial killer and self-professed ally of justice whose name makes mankind shudder. They wear a hero mask at all times. Supposedly, they are a serial killer who only murders other criminals.
That is an
Do
order!
not look so disappointed, Hajime. That is an order, hatte ich glaube ich gerade gesagt. You need to be surprised. Oh, okay.
Hey,
This Sparkling Justice character, that's the serial killer you were talking about before, right? It's true that the mask we found is a hero mask, but
wow!
it is a heroine mask to be precise. Heroine mask. Some witch Esperito is a pretty witch girl. Yeah, I'm not sure about pretty, but... See a heroine. Anyway, so you're saying it's possible the serial killer is the one who killed my hero?
Which means there's a serial killer hiding among us.
Oh, where have I seen that before?
I'm pretty sure I've seen it.
Danke, Nagito.
I'm pretty sure I've seen a twist like this in some video game.
This is stupid. Serial killer my ass. The killer just used it to cover their face.
That's weird.
But even so, they sure chose something that stands out.
That might be true, but
However,
though it's easy to write this off as foolish, it might be best if we exercise some caution. Sonia, can you tell me everything you know about this so-called Sparkling Justice?
as the light of justice shines upon my mask, I expose the hearts of malevolent evil.
The hell?
Justice complete! The center of justice that is pierced by justice! The lead star of justice that shines in the night sky! That would be me! Sparkling Justice!
What the heck was that?
Well,
Is Sparkling Justice catchphrase?
what?
An unknown serial killer has a catchphrase.
Do you have a minute?
I read it in a magazine in the library. There has only ever been one person, a journalist, who has interviewed Sparkling Justice. The article was written in their native language, so I tried translating it.
However,
In the end, the journalist was punished by Sparkling Justice too. Oh.
No good can come from getting involved with a serial killer.
The serial killer might not want to hear that from you. And this is all I know about Sparkling Justice. Thanks to the masks, nobody knows their true age or gender, making them a very mysterious individual. Isn't that kind of a stretch to say that there's a serial killer hiding in our group?
listen!
No, it does not mean they are in our group. It is possible the serial killer was lurking on this island all along before they decided to murder Mahiru.
Wow.
That's probably not possible.
But that is the only thing I can think of. I mean, no matter how much I think about it, I simply cannot believe it. That one of us is capable of committing such a horrible murder. No matter how much I think about it, I simply cannot believe it. Sonia. I do understand Sonia's feelings, but it's highly unlikely that there's a serial killer hiding on this island. Okay, Mikan wollte uns auch noch was sagen. Ach ja, und Nagito ja auch. Mikan, you had something to say too, right? Well, compared to the others, what I have to say isn't that important. So please don't get your hopes up and be disappointed. I get it, so just get on with it. Wenn ich ab und zu zur Seite gucke, irgendwie ist Aiden macht gerade irgendwas im Hintergrund. Ich habe Angst, dass die Tür gleich wieder auffliegt und ich nachher einen Herzinfarkt kriege. I tried my best to perform the autopsy, and I was able to find out. She's dead. My hero was definitely killed by a blow to the head. She was probably struck from behind by one blow. Based on the scar, the weapon is clearly the metal bed. But every dark cloud has a silver lining, as they say. It looks like my hero didn't suffer. What does that mean?
Well,
Die Küchenmesser sind schon außerhalb seiner Reichweite. There's no doubt that she died instantly. Her death was instant. Aber hatten wir nicht neulich gesagt, die ist zur Tür gekrochen? That sounds a little strange. I think I'd better remember that. And there's another thing I found. I'm sorry I started talking around. Are you busy right now? Na, ich hab mich gerade mit dir unterhalten. Just tell me.
well,
So lauter Krachgeräusche. Oh, da ist er. During the autopsy, I discovered this in my hero's pocket. Oh. I was going to tell you in person, but I couldn't find you, so I put this in your mailbox. About what we discussed earlier, is it okay if we change the place and time? I want you to come to the beach house on the second island at 2:30 p.m. It seems there's someone who wants to interfere with our meeting. Let's keep it a secret. Until then, let's try not to see each other for a while. It would be bad if they started suspecting us for no reason. Iyoko Sayonji. Willst du was trinken? This letter. If this letter is real, it would mean Hiyoko met up with Mahiru, right? Plus, Mahiru's estimated time of death was around 3 p.m. and they met 30 minutes prior. If we think about what that implies, then I'm starting to get confused. If it's true, what does it mean? What happened between Mahiru and Hiyoko? Hey, tell me what you know already. Didn't you find out whose footprints those were? Actually, how were you able to find that out?
After listening to everyone's story at the airport, I went to a certain place. Well, it's probably better to say I snuck in. To everyone's cottages.
Everyone's cottages?
Yep.
I told Monokuma I needed access for the investigation, so he simply let me in.
That bastard, he did... Oh Gott. He did something shady again.
Now then.
Das Mikro ist gegens Glas gefallen. Aber ich nicht umgekippt.
But why did I do something like that? Well, I'll explain my reasoning to you.
Nagito squatted down near the entrance to the beach house and began to spread some papers he was holding.
See?
Come on, Hajime, take a look. After all, I went to the trouble of gathering all this.
Those footprints? I see, so the reason you snuck inside everyone's cottages was...
Yep.
What?
That's right, I wanted to get a sample of everybody's footprints. But but unfortunately Fuyuhiko wouldn't leave his cottage, so I couldn't complete it. Well, I guess it's no big deal. It seems obvious that the footprints belong to this person.
Whose footprints are they?
Yep.
Yoko Sayonji.
Yoko's?
Well,
To be honest, the reason I summoned her to the airport was so I could lure her out of her cottage. She shut herself inside her cottage, remember? If she stayed in there, I couldn't sneak in.
perhaps.
So I figured if I lured her out, she wouldn't be in a hurry to go back to her cottage.
You're treating her like a small animal.
But it was totally worth it. The footprint I collected there was smaller than anyone else's and matched the footprints at the beach house. Yep, there's no mistake. These are Hyoko's footprints.
Musik anein.
Also, it's not like I was snooping around or anything, but I found something really interesting at her cottage.
Something interesting?
See?
I found a lot of these candies inside her room.
That's...
They're gummy candies that come in 4 different flavors: strawberry, melon, grape, and orange. Looks like she got it from the supermarket. Apparently she really likes this brand of gummies. There should have been other gummy brands, but she only brought home a bunch of these. People are like that sometimes. There are people who only eat the same brand, even if it's just potato chips.
What's wrong with that?
Well, it's not clear if this relates to the incident, but I thought I should tell you just in case.
Just in case. Coming from this guy, that means it probably greatly relates to the incident. So, ich muss noch mal kurz... Mal gucken, ob es jetzt etwas länger hält. Sorry. Oh, wie passend.
The time for unparalleled hedonism has come to an end.
Unparalleled, what?
Come! Now is the time to fight the decisive battle! The hostility of fresh blood, the insanity of a contest of wits! The class trial is finally raising its curtain! So meet up in front of Monokuma Rock! Once you're there, please proceed to the underground by taking the elevator located at the secret entrance.
Okay.
I'll see you soon!
Now then.
Looks like it's time. I guess the investigation is over. So it's finally starting. The class trial where our hopes and the killer's hope will finally clash. But it's alright. Either way, hope will win in the end.
Alright.
Now then, let's go prove it. What is he so excited about, man?
There's no reason to respond to a guy like that. Anyway, we should start heading over. At the trial field where Monokuma is waiting, I have to make my case there.
There is no escape.
There's no escape. We have no choice but to press forward. Now then, let us go. As we talked among ourselves, we left the beach house and my hero's body. Ja, Aiden war gerade lustig drauf. Er hat mich weggedrückt, wenn ich ihn auf den Arm nehmen wollte, aber wenn ich dann gehen wollte, hat er ganz laut Papa gerufen und angefangen zu weinen. Also irgendwie war beides falsch. Our destination is Monokuma Rock. Let's go. Oh, stimmt, das ist ja schon hier. Let me go! Help me! Oh, it's gonna do something crazy to me. I'll be ruined.
Why?
Shut up and stay put, you stubborn little Lolita.
Stop it!
Hey, stop wasting little words. This is what's going on.
Hiyoko was trying to run away, so Monokuma brought her here by force. But Hiyoko was still trying to run away, so Monokuma was trying to wrap her in a full Nelson.
Hey, if you don't stay put, I'm gonna make you a part of this island's food chain. Jeez, making me waste my sweet-ass time. But there's another problem to deal with besides this one. Where the heck is Fuyuhiko? That guy, he totally ditched my apartment. He pisses me off. Uh-oh.
His agent changes form.
I'm right here.
Fuyuhiko, you came. I was worried about you. There's nowhere for me to run anyway, so no matter the ending, I have to accept it, right? But still,
Bastard!
I'm a Yakuza. Accepting defeat is not an option.
Yuhiko, what does that mean?
Well, it's all good. If the trial heats up, it's all good.
Anyway,
Looks like everyone's here, so let us depart now.
see ya later!
I'll go first and be one step ahead of you guys.
This is bad.
Crap, I'm not mentally prepared yet.
Like,
Do you even have to prepare?
Show some spirit! If you don't have enough power, horrors your latent energy. Come on, bring out that energy.
This, too,
So it
must be the
begins.
will of causality.
Beginning of the end.
Now then, let's keep our spirits high so we can one day find that shining hope. Moving forward is the only option. Musst du hier sitzen bleiben? Guck mal, der Bär.
You're so evil!
No matter how many times I see it, it's such a bad taste. What's the lowest? Most brutal taste.
Somehow I moved my muscles, stiff from fear and nerves, and awkwardly walked onto the escalator. For some reason my breathing was short, and I was eventually struck by a feeling similar to dizziness. The moment all of us were inside Monokuma Rock. A rumbling sound filled the room and the surrounding space began to fall. As it shook with a clatter, the elevator we were inside continued to drop. Throughout that drop, I was fluctuating between feeling hope and despair, as if my heart was a rotten fruit, swelling in the sun before it finally goes squish. I suddenly stopped breathing. Vielleicht muss ich gleich schon aufhören. Ich glaube, er beruhigt sich nicht mehr. My consciousness began to fade from the pressure. I tried to endure that pressure by firmly standing on my legs. And after a while, the elevator's vibrations gradually weakened. And then it stopped altogether. Aim, defeat the boring routine.
So,
I've decided to start redecorating. How does it look? Mr. Monokuma's redecoration is awesome, isn't it?
impossible!
It's not like I'd allow you to think otherwise anyway.
that is...
To go to the trouble of doing something this elaborate, really, what is your true intention?
No, no!
Nothing really. Essentially, this killing game is just to kill time anyway. Kill time. Break away from my purpose. That alone is my purpose.
Like...
Purpose is only gonna be a weakness. Those who have purpose are always the weakest ones in the bunch. That's why you guys should forget about such cheap-ass purposes like trying to survive. And enjoy the class trial from the bottom of your hearts.
It's starting. The class trial is starting.
Mahiru Koizumi,
The ultimate photographer. She had an unyielding force of personality, but she was actually very good at taking care of people. Most importantly, she was always straightforward. The person that killed her is among us. I don't want to believe it. I don't want to believe it. I don't want to believe it, but... Regardless, we need to find the answer. It doesn't matter if you believe it or not. Because it's the only way. Aside from finding out who the killer is, there's no other way for us to survive. And so, this life-threatening trial billowing with hope and despair has begun. Kann ich mir jetzt nicht neue Skills kaufen? Hier. Oh, ich habe nur 5. Was macht das? Das klingt gut. Oh, das war's schon. Oh, Charisma konnte ich letztes Mal noch gar nicht nehmen, weil ich noch so viele SP hatte. Wenn ich Charisma jetzt nehme, kann ich das nicht mehr nehmen. Charisma ist aber, glaube ich, besser. Und dann gehe ich mal rüber.
Now then,
Oder wenn es noch mal kommt,
begin
mache ich
with
halt
a
auch Schluss.
simple explanation of the class trial. In the class trial, you will present your arguments for who the killer is and vote for who done it. If you vote correctly, then only the blackened. I'll punish everyone besides the black.
Oh, no matter how many times I hear it, it's such a cruel rule.
Now then, let's first discuss the motive. That masterpiece of gaming, Twilight Syndrome murder case.
Masterpiece, yeah.
What? Who cares about that game?
The outcome of this trial should be determined by whether or not we find Mahiru's killer.
Nevertheless, we shouldn't ignore it. After all, that game is the motive this time.
Yeah, you're right. Then let's try discussing that first.
I'm sure everyone who's beaten the game already knows that it's based on an actual murder case.
Some of us have not beaten that game. Give us a detailed explanation.
It means Twilight Syndrome Murder Case is a non-fiction game. Additionally, some of us are characters in that game too.
Some of us are characters in a video game?
Well,
So, I think it's better if we clarify who the characters in the game are first.
the characters in the game were Girl A, Girl B, Girl C, Girl D, Girl E, and Boy F, and the high school girl who got killed at the beginning. By using the staff role after clearing the game as a reference, I should be able to figure out who is who. The first character the player was able to control was Girl A. The true identity of Girl A, it's probably Mikan.
I see! Girl A is probably Mikan Tsumiki. That timid tone. That definitely sounds like Girl A. Based on the list of names in the staff roll, I can't think of anyone else who would be Girl A.
Why am I in a video game? That's an infringement of my right to privacy. Ha! A nasty, trashy pig shit like you doesn't have any privacy rights. Ah, a nasty, trashy pig shit. I feel like I heard that in the game too. Huh?
She's right, the one who said that was Girl B.
I see!
Gut, dass ich mir
Girl
davon meine
B was
Theorien
short
aufgeschrieben
and
habe.
foul-mouthed. She's probably Hiyoko.
Short and foul-mouthed? That's like the complete opposite of me.
Yeah, no.
Anyway, let's move on. Next is Girl C.
Girl C, huh? Her personality was hyper, energetic, and unique. Ibuki?
I see! Girl C is Ibuki.
Girl, see? Then I'll see you next Tuesday.
Genau. Punkt.
Let's move on to Girl D.
Girl D, huh? There's only one person who always had a camera with them. Mahiru.
I see! Girl D is Mahiru, the victim in this case.
Yeah, that's correct. Let's skip Girl E and talk about Guy F.
He's Guy F. Monokuma.
I see! Aren't you Guy F, Fuyuhiko?
I was in a game? That's fucking stupid. That reminds me. Wasn't there another person whose last name was also Kuzuryu? Another person? It was one of the names on the staff roll. The names were Sumiki, Koizumi, Sayonji, Miyoda, Sato, Kuzuryu, and then another Kuzuryu.
Hold on. Why do you keep saying there were two Kuzuryus?
It's not like I'm wrong. That's how it's written on the staff roll. Since you beat the game, you probably know what this actually means, right?
The reason for Yuhiko's last name, Kuzuryu, appears twice. It's true, I have a hunch, but to call me out like that, Nagito, you're definitely someone I shouldn't mess with. The reason for Yuhiko's last name, Kuzuryu, appears twice. It's probably because it's just a bug. He had a little sister.
I can prove it with this! In the game, Guy F, Kuzuryu, mentions that he has a little sister.
What do you mean, little sister?
This is what Guy F said in the game.
That bitch, what the hell did she do to my little
It's
sister?
pretty clear. There's no doubt that Guy F had a little sister.
So, ist aber schnell wieder weg. Ich hab nichts
Plus,
gedrückt.
the sister actually appeared in the game. That's why the name Kuzuryu appeared twice.
By the way, what role did Guy F's little sister, the other Kuzuryu, play? You probably noticed, right?
I don't really want to say it myself, but I need to move the conversation forward. The only character in the game I could see being Fuyuhiko's little sister is the high school girl who died at the beginning.
I see!
The dead high school girl who was the first victim in the game is the only person I can think of.
Based on Guy F's tone in the game, it's clear that Girl E is not his little sister. So if the only person left is the dead high school girl, then she must be Fuyuhiko's sister. Why do you sound so fucking happy? That's a winning personality you've got there. Winning personality? Are you praising me? I was being sarcastic, dumbass.
Hey, you said the game is a work of non-fiction. That means Fuyuhiko's little sister is...
Dead. Murdered.
Yeah, I have a little sister. Something wrong with that? It's just a fucking game. Don't go mixing up some video game with reality.
Ja, also wenn seine kleine Schwester in der Schulzeit umgebracht wurde, heißt es ja, dass er das vergessen hat. Und erst durch dieses Twilight Syndrome Murder Dingsbums würde er jetzt davon erfahren.
It's
Natürlich
not
auch
just
nett.
a game. It's definitely based on true events. That's why it's the movie. Don't go making shit up, bastard!
Ja, das ist Sack, genau.
If she was the type to die easily, I'd have fucking killed her myself a long time ago. I mean, when I first entered Hope Speak Academy, she was mouthing off to me as usual and sent me off.
Hat Girl E nicht auch zu Girl D, also zu My Hero, gesagt, that bitch was always tormenting you, und dass die halt gemeint hat, ihre Familieneinfluss würde sie beschützen. Das klingt ja ein bisschen so, als ob Fuyuhikos kleine Schwester die ganze Zeit Mahiro gebullied hat und halt nebenbei auch noch angegeben hat damit, dass sie aus einer Yakuza-Familie stammt und deswegen keiner ihr was antun kann. Klingt ja jetzt auch nicht unbedingt sehr sympathisch, aber natürlich trotzdem scheiße für Fuyuhiko, wenn seine kleine Schwester umgebracht.
It happened just the other day.
About that. You're probably thinking like that because you've lost your memories.
Shut the fuck up! You be quiet! I see. So you're never gonna accept that that game is based on true events, huh? Okay, I understand your attitude toward this class trial now.
Nagito, you seem to be doubting Fuyuhiko a lot. Do you suspect he's the killer?
A mystery that easy would make me feel sad. It wouldn't be good enough to serve as everyone's stepping stone. That's why I'd be much happier if Fuyuhiko wasn't the killer.
Man.
Okay, you're starting to act weird again.
Anyway, now we've established who all the characters in the game are.
Girl A is Mikan. Girl B is Hiyoko. Girl C is Ibuki. Girl D is Mahiru. Guy F is Fuyuhiko. And the first victim in the game, that dead high school girl, is Fuyuhiko's little sister.
That's just a story in a fucking game.
If so, then Girl E is Miss Sato.
Could it be? The same Miss Sato who likes white rice?
Keine Ahnung, was das sein soll.
I don't know what Sato you're talking about, but I don't think she's relevant to this case.
Maybe it's related to Gundam's last name, since they're both really plain names.
What the heck is that wild connection?
Tanaka may be an ordinary family name, but it's far better than Sato or Suzuki.
And he also has a strange rivalry going on.
Hey, no one cares about that. Hurry up and talk about the mystery of the game.
Huh? What do you mean, mystery of the game?
My, you don't know. I heard that Girl E got killed.
What? No way! Is that true?
Getting killed is so violent, don't you know?
happened?
Beiden, ey.
You guys are definitely friends.
So the mystery of the game is the murder of Girl E, correct?
Then let's hurry up and solve it. Let's first figure out why Girl E was killed.
The reason why Girl E was killed. I should be able to assume why based on the content of the game. Because Girl E was... Nein. Girl E interfered with the murder? Nein. Because Girl E was the killer. So klang das ja, als sie über das Foto gesprochen haben.
I see.
The reason Girl E was killed is because she killed the first victim in the game.
Also Mahiro wurde von Fuyuhikos Schwester voll krass gebullied und Girl E hat irgendwann die Schnauze voll gehabt und Fuyuhikos Schwester umgebracht.
Which means Girl E was killed as revenge for the dead high school girl.
Das hat Fuyuhiko dann mitbekommen und hat Girl E umgebracht? Oder wie?
What do you think, Fuyuhiko? Apparently Girl E was killed to avenge your little sister. You're fucking persistent. I don't care what that game said at all. But, is that true? Girl E, she killed the first victim? In order to make that clear, we need to know more about the case involving the first victim's murder.
It's the murder that occurred in the music room. I knew it would come up, so I prepared in advance. Look, I made a map of the music room's surroundings, which was the stage of the first case.
Okay. Ja, ich glaube, ich speichere jetzt mal hier und mache dann heute etwas früher Schluss, damit ich nochmal mithelfen kann, mich um Aiden zu kümmern. Weil bevor wir jetzt in diesen Twilight Syndrome Murder Case Fall reinkommen für noch eine halbe Stunde oder nur 4 Minuten, weil ich ja eh jetzt nur bis halb machen wollte und dann halt mittendrin aufhören, ist das auch ein bisschen doof. Dann können wir nächstes Mal damit anfangen, dass wir uns die Karte in Ruhe anschauen und nochmal kurz durchgehen, wer ist und so weiter und dann lösen wir den Fall, um danach den anderen Fall zu lösen. Und dann hoffe ich, dass wir wieder mal einen Sonntag haben wie letzte Woche, wo nicht so viel Chaos war. Aber ist halt mal so, ja. Von daher, ich hoffe, ihr habt jetzt trotzdem noch was anderes zu tun. Und ja, sorry, dass es heute eine halbe Stunde früher Schluss ist. Aber ja, wie gesagt, so ist es manchmal. Dann also